What was that? My notification?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see here. Well, hi everybody. Gonna have to wait for more people to come in. I know it's probably gonna take a minute. Unusual to see me on during the week. You have to forgive me. I kind of have a bit of a head cold. Ugh. How is everybody? Get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. I get to make my coffee now. After I wipe down my stove. Well, hi Marie. How are you doing? I want to do a little showing off tonight. Hi, Mom. Sorry, I gotta get my coffee made. How's everybody doing? How are you doing, Marie? After I spill water all over the I'm just dropping everything tonight. How you doing, Marie? Turn this just a little bit that way. So I get to dig in my fridge. Ashley did some shopping while I was at work. Medium rare is how we do them. It's how we like them as well. So, for those of you that are here, this one's, it's not clean, but I'm going to clean it. These pots and pans have been a long-time staple for us. We've had them for, what, 2 years?
Almost 3.
Almost 3 years. And it's time to retire. Okay, I think you can hear me now. Can you hear me? Okay, I think that's a little bit better. How's that? Sorry about that. I was... Okay. Hey, Mo Man, how are you doing? So, um, I was trying out a way to use a wireless mic instead of the mic on the camera, which is so far away and picks up like all the sounds in the house. I was trying to use something more directional, and I got a Bluetooth adapter for my PC, which doesn't natively have Bluetooth. So I was trying different ways, so I was messing around with sound settings. So sorry about that. But anyway, nice to see you, Mo man. Thanks for coming in. I really appreciate you, bud.
Amanda's in my
Hey,
face.
Amanda. Okay, so the old pots and pans were retiring. Uh, we were able to get this set. It's Gotham Steel. Like I said, I don't endorse any specific products or anything like that. You know, it's no paid endorsement or anything. But I have to put that in there for a disclaimer. But we got a set of these for Ashley's mom a couple years ago for Mother's Day, and they've worked out for her great. I mean, she uses them, um, not probably as much as I'm going to use mine.
She uses hers daily.
Oh, she does? Oh, okay. But I've heard these are really, really good. I've seen that they're really, really good. Hers aren't even really scratched up or anything. And figured we buy the set. So I'm going to put these to a test. Um, I'm going to cook some ribeye steaks. In ribeye steaks, you cook on high heat, you sear them, and then you put them in the oven. So it's going to be a really good test for this. But yeah, it comes with a 5 quart pot, 2 quart or 2.5 quart pot, another little 1 quart pot, then a strainer or steamer. They all have lids and everything. So yeah, I'm excited on using them, trying them out, and seeing how they work. Yes, I have a cold. I should be at work right now, but I got sent home. But you can't ever be too sick for a nice ribeye steak. And I figured I'd show you guys how to cook a nice, really good ribeye steak. And have some coffee and chill out with you guys. Uh, Here in the next, I don't know, month, month and a half, um, I'll be redoing some things in the house. And it's going to be everything in the house. So here pretty soon, this kitchen is going to be totally different. It's not going to be near as big. And I mean, I like the size, but it's a little bit too big. It takes up a lot of space in our house. Like, there's a lot of counter space that I don't need, that I don't ever use, and it just collects junk. Like, I mean, this is my junk, but I mean, it's junk and it collects it. What did you think of that one protein bar?
Not bad.
See, it was really good. That was my first impression. It was pretty good. But anyway, yeah, I'm glad I'm here hanging out with you too. I mean, no better place to be than, you know, with my family and my YouTube family and everything. So, yeah. Um, this morning, Ashley and I have wanted for a while to get a new tattoo. And we wanted matching tattoos. So we were looking around and on the internet.
I found one.
We both found it. And we found one that really suits us. And it is, I don't know if you guys can see it there, but that is Mickey and Minnie Mouse. And they're intertwined with each other, which is really cool. Um, Instead of it just being Mickey's head actually joins in with Minnie's head, and it's really nice. I like that. So, um, it's my second tattoo. I've got another one on my arm up over here, and it didn't feel too bad. I almost fell asleep with this one, but this one, um, it wasn't so bad on the outlining. But when he got like right up in here, around this little bow thing and stuff, I have a Minnie Mouse's bow on my arm. um, it started being a little bit painful. He hit a nerve or something, and it just kind of really got a little bit painful. Sat there, kind of crushing my teeth and trying not to hit the guy. But yeah. So I'm gonna wait just a little bit longer, see if anybody else is gonna come in, join the party. How's everybody else doing? How have you been, Mo man? I mean, what's going on? How are you doing, Amanda? Sorry I missed you leaving yesterday. I was at work. I ended up having to come home early. I got sent home. I couldn't hardly talk. It was bad. And then today, my boss looks at me and he's like, "You look like you don't feel good." I said, "I don't feel good, but I'm here and I'm working." He's like, "Well, I'm gonna make an executive decision on this, and I'm gonna send you home." So, yeah, I got sent home. Apparently, my face is kind of swollen a little bit, my sinuses, cavities, and stuff. So, yeah. So let's not all talk at once, people. I mean, come on. I mean, I don't want to be the only one talking here. I'm gonna keep with my routine. Smoke a cigarette, drink a little bit of coffee while I'm smoking it, and then I'll get started. So, Ashley has been doing a really good job listening when we go shopping and to my videos in general. I can tell because of the way she picked these steaks. These steaks look really, really good. And she picked a good set. Um, they're nice and marbleized and everything. I'll show you that here in a minute, but
Oh, honestly, it was the only 2 packs they had.
well, I hope they would be looking good, for that kind of money.
Right.
Come on, people. So when's the next time you're coming up to St. Louis, Mo man? Do you have any idea? on, Amanda. You're normally chatting up the room.
She might be dealing with little ones.
Oh.
Little man might be eating or something.
Ooh, that sounds good. I may have to do that one day. At least for me, I love pot pies. Ashley doesn't like them. I don't know why. I don't know if she doesn't like the texture or what, but have you ended up making that chicken breast, that stuffed chicken breast, Mom? Or have you not tried that yet? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Shoot. You should have messaged me and reminded me. Been like, I need the recipe. I totally forgot. I'm sorry. I'll do that tonight. I'll type that up for you tonight and get that sent to you. You could have always just watched my video over and seen what I put in it. I mean, that would have been easy too.
My pinky's so soft. My new boyfriend.
Ashley got this new Sherpa type blanket, and she really likes it. It's really soft, but anyway. Okay, like I said, I'll get it to you. Okay, so what do you want for sides with this?
I already told you what I
The
wanted.
mac and cheese?
No,
Oh. Sorry, guys, I'm spacing here. So with this, I just want to throw this way. I'm gonna make some sliced potatoes and mushrooms. No, I'm not.
What?
Yeah.
I'm going to Walmart.
Okay.
I want potatoes and mushrooms.
Okay. So,
Oh. Damn it.
yeah. These steaks don't take very long, and Ashley wants sliced potatoes, and I didn't realize.
Does Dollar General sell potatoes?
No. That apparently we've had the potatoes too long, and they don't smell good. So I'm just gonna sit here and chat with you guys for a little bit. I didn't think the potatoes weren't gonna be good. So yeah, kind of a little kink in our plans. Sorry about this, guys. Yeah, we do live pretty close to Raising Cane's.
I'll put my hoodie on backwards. I shall return.
Yeah, Walmart's the closest place, so.
Yep. Or Schnucks, but Walmart's like literally next door to it.
Yeah. I'd just go to Schnucks, they're going to be less busy.
Light off.
Yeah, we actually live pretty close to Raising Cane's. It's like 2 miles, a mile and a half, 2 miles from here. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Your favorite chicken in the world? Have you tried? You know what? I tried that new. Yeah, actually, I am. I'm taking this daytime cold and flu stuff. Helps with cold, aches, sore throat, fever, cough, nasal congestion, cough suppressant type stuff. And I've been doing cough drops and stuff, so it's been helping. Yeah. I mean, it's just like bought at Walgreens or something like that. So, yeah, I've been doing the nighttime every so often. Well, before I go to bed. Don't take it during the day, you know, it's not good. So, that's going to take her about 20 minutes to run down there, 25 minutes. I don't know, I got some good whiskey that helps with the decongesting situation. Um, and actually, I mean, sitting here waiting, it's not such a bad idea because the more room temperature you have something like a ribeye when you cook it, it's not going to want to seize up. So I don't mind having to wait a little bit. In the meantime, I'll kind of show you what these ribeyes look like. Yeah, I can't wait to get started on this place. I'm gonna literally tear everything out, everything. Doing subfloors, new flooring, new walls, new. I mean, it's gonna be drywall. Right now we have this paneling that comes in all mobile homes, and I don't like it. You can't hang anything up. It's really thin. It makes it's drafty, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, but these look like some good ribeyes, like I said, and they're thick too, which is really really good. Um, you want some good marbling on your ribeyes, and that's what this is. Marbling is fat. No, Michael. Um, yeah, that's really good to do. Um, to have this nice marbling. Looks really good. Um, this is a good example of something that some people get afraid of when you're looking at a steak. When you take it out of the package, it might have some discoloring like this. Okay, you see that? Okay, it's more of a brownish. That's actually the color of it. Um, it has what's called collagen in it, and that's what makes the red, the really, really deep blood red. Um, I'll show you another example. This one will have the same thing. See right here, the way it was packaged, um, it sits on this piece of foam inside the package. What that does is that absorbs uh, a lot of the collagen inside the steak. So all it is a difference in color. It doesn't change the texture. It doesn't mean it's old. It doesn't mean it's bad. Um, Actually, when you go to a very expensive steakhouse, what they do is um, they immerse these things, these ribeyes, in salt, and it they cure it. They cure them for, I mean, it can be 60 days, 90 days, whatever, and it will actually be this color. Uh, if not even darker. That just means that all the collagen has been pulled out, that the steak is it's going to be very tender. That's what that means. Collagen, when you cook it, it tightens up the muscle fibers. So when you apply all that heat to it, um, everything just kind of goes shh, and it doesn't want to release. That collagen seizes up, and but if you age it, that's why you hear like a nice dry aged ribeye or cut of beef or whatever, um, because they're drying it out and pulling all uh, that collagen and all that moisture out of it. To an extent, you get a certain moisture content in it, and when you cook it, it doesn't want to seize up, and it's very, very tender. It's like butter in your mouth, and that's what I'm going to get these to taste like. By the way, I'm going to cook them. Um, Now, one thing I am going to do is going to pull out the mushrooms, because Ashley wants me to make sliced potatoes and mushrooms together with this, which is going to be actually really, really good. If I had onions, I saute them, but I can't mix onions with Ashley. Um, but got some nice baby bella mushrooms. They have very good flavor. Um, you don't want to necessarily, if you're going to cook mushrooms to eat, kind of just by themselves or sauteed, you want to get something that has more flavor than just a generic blah white mushroom. They don't have flavor. They hold a lot of moisture, and uh, they're not good for just sauteing and eating. Those are more for like slicing up and putting in salads or something like that. But when you get a good uh, portobello mushroom, Portobellos are the ones that have the big caps. They're generally about that big around, and you can stuff them and all kinds of stuff. But the baby ones, they have a lot of flavor, a lot of texture, and they're really good. So that's what we like to get when we can. Um, yeah, I mean, that's really all I need. I'm gonna need my salt. And I'm gonna salt these now while I'm waiting because adding salt to a nice steak really pulls out the flavor. And I don't, buy that expensive sea salt. I just get regular table salt. You just want to liberally salt both sides. The reason that you see uh, chefs and cooks on TV, instead of like right down here on whatever they're salting, they raise it up because you get a wider berth of or seasoning distribution. It just makes it easier to. Okay. Still haven't gotten more pepper. Haven't thought about it when I've been at the store. But you want to get a nice amount of pepper on it too. Um, if you have the pepper crackers, like where you can crack your fresh pepper, that's amazing to use on something like this. But I'm just gonna let that set. Another thing that I'm going to use is minced garlic. Um, when you put minced garlic in the bottom of your pan and let it simmer a little bit before you put these in, that's going to add some really, really good flavoring to these steaks. And you don't want to take too much away. That's why I'm only putting salt and pepper, and then like I said, I'm going to put some minced garlic on it. That's it for flavoring. You can use one thing a lot of people do is take rosemary or thyme, the whole sprig, and as it's cooking, when you place it in the oven, you put it on top. That way, all the flavor gets into the steak. I don't like to necessarily do that. It's an extra bit of hoopla, but I mean, some people really like that flavor, and that's fine. So if you wanted to do that, go right ahead. Um, when Oh, we do ours medium rare. So we do ours. Uh, if you wanted to do yours medium, if you wanted to ruin the steak and do it well, I mean, that's fine. That's up to you. One thing you have to take into consideration, and I'm sorry, I'm just kind of going on. I'm waiting for Ashley to get back with some potatoes. Um, One thing you need to take into consideration when you're cooking something like this, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. A good thermometer. A good thermometer you have to have, because you only want to get it up to 100. I like to get it to 143 degrees, um, but you can do it to 100, and because it's still going to cook after you take it out. That heat inside is still going to cook that steak. So you always want to cook it a little bit under, like a few degrees under what you want it at, or else it's going to get, too done for you. You want to see the tattoo again, huh? Okay. Um, Ashley and I kind of both picked it out. So, thank you. Yeah, we just got it done this morning, and it's Mickey Mouse right here, and then you got Minnie Mouse right here. And um, the way it's designed is that this here in the center is actually an infinity sign, um, because Mickey's goes around and then just loops into her, so you're combined together for infinity. It's really cool. But like I said, I'm just waiting on Ashley to get back. And then, but in the meantime, I got the ribeyes salt and peppered. I'd like, I don't have, fresh peppercorns and stuff like that. I don't see necessarily the point in going over and beyond in buying the really expensive stuff if you don't have to. If you don't have the money, not a big deal. You can still cook just as good, and it's going to taste just as good. It's all in your technique of cooking. Um, like when you're getting into herbs, though, the fresher the better. Like you don't want, some nasty dried out rosemary or thyme or something like that. You want to get that as fresh as possible. But spices, um, as long as they're not like years old, they'll be fine. Um, that's just the way uh, all of the oils are pulled out of them and stuff like that when it's like a dry spice. So it's not necessarily going to go bad as if it were fresh. The oils and stuff like that in the spice, like nutmeg or cinnamon, it's going to cause that to go bad over time compared to over a shorter amount of time compared to something that's ground or. Yeah, rosemary is a very potent herb. Um, when you do it on something like this, which, like I said, I'm not going to do, but if you do it on something like this, um, what you want to do is you want to sear your steaks, and then put um, a dollop, like a tablespoon of butter on it, and put the herb on top. Just lay it on there, You're not like grinding it up and putting it in there or anything. You're just getting some of the flavorings in there. Rosemary's good used in the right way. So is thyme, and so is uh, a myriad of the other herbs that I can't think of right now. Uh, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So, oh, basil. Yeah, basil. You don't want to do too much basil though. Basil can be very potent, and it's better in like soups and stews and um, done up with. Um, sorry, my head. Uh, done up with other things. When it comes to something like this, you don't want to use basil. Oh yeah, basil is good on top of pizza, like with mozzarella cheese and tomatoes and stuff like that. Oh, definitely. It adds a little oomph to it. And it's one of those that blends in really well to the sauce. So as I'm waiting on Ashley, I'm going to move these out of the way. Bay leaves, huh? Okay. Um, Actually, I think Ashley is back. So, I'm going to get started here in just a minute.
Potatoes.
Okay.
It's not light.
I got it. Yeah, it's fine.
I want my coffee.
Well, hold on a second. Okay. Ashley to the rescue. So I'm going to set these off to the side. I'm going to get started. Let's slice up some potatoes. Moman said the boss is back.
I sure am.
My mom says, welcome back, Ashley.
I've been on the whole time.
No, you have?
Yeah.
Watching?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll get a bigger one of those. I'm only going to do about 5 potatoes. Do what?
I wasn't even really like on that long.
No, you weren't.
And yes, I did the speed limit.
Huh?
Said yes, I did the speed limit.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Were they busy?
No, the dude on the register was just standing there like he was bored.
To do what?
The dude at the register was just standing there like he was bored.
Oh. So, just some conversation. While I'm just slicing some potatoes. We went to Walmart a few nights back, or a few days ago, whatever it was. I can't remember if it was day or night that time. But I think it was during the day. And I don't know if they have them where you guys are at. But we were walking down the aisles, and they now have automated floor cleaners. Like, you'll be walking down the aisle, and you know how the person used to drive around this little floor cleaner thing, and you'd have to kind of move out of his way or whatever. Oh, it's the same exact thing as mine, my man.
There you go.
But yeah, now instead of a person having to sit in the cart or the little floor cleaner buggy thing, they have a camera on the front of it, and it does it itself. You can walk around it, it'll stop if it senses somebody in front of it. And honestly, I don't like the idea of it, but it's not for me to say, because it's literally taking jobs from people. I'm getting my mandolin out. Did you want them thicker or thinner?
Do them a little thin.
So the thin setting or the thick setting on the mandolin?
I'm gonna do the thick because the thin is a little too thin, I think, to me.
Yeah, that's really thin. Okay. I do caution you guys, anytime I use this thing, be really, really careful if you have a mandolin. Because I sliced the tip of my thumb off with this exact mandolin the very first time I ever used it. I took a big chunk out. I mean, I mean, it was pretty bad. But I've since learned to do it the right way. So, a mandolin is really easy to use. This one we bought at Walmart. We buy everything at Walmart. It was, like $10. And I started off, and then I used the little handle thing. I mean, no reason to be scared of it. You just got to be careful. I was slicing tomatoes.
Oh, it was potatoes.
No, it was tomatoes.
Was it?
Yeah. We were having BLTs that day.
Oh yeah. It was so many years ago, I can't even remember.
But I mean, it gets them nice and uniform. Oh wow, yeah. So this is how I do this. I slice my potatoes. If I can get them sliced, I think we need a new mandolin. This
Yeah, blade's getting dull.
Blade's getting dull. Yeah, I'm tearing up the potatoes. Okay. Okay, so it gets them pretty uniform when it's not tearing them up. They're nice and thick. Okay, so this is how I do this. I take my general seasonings, garlic powder, and then I take seasoning salt. A nice amount of seasoning salt on them. And just kind of stir them up, get all that seasoning everywhere on them. As I threw a couple out of the bowl. Nice and fragrant. Now I'm going to get my stove on high. I mean, not high, about medium high for this. And I'm going to put a couple tablespoons of oil in the bottom because I want all those potatoes to get oil on them. I'm going to put a little bit more seasoning salt. Seasoning salt is really good on these. But, so while I'm waiting on that oil to heat up, but yeah, they have the automated robots that clean the floors, and they stop every like 2 seconds because it thinks it's sensing a person. You tilted my camera. When you sit down, there we go. That's better. And it's just like, what else are they going to take away from people to be able to do for work? I mean, they can't clean the floors anymore because, oh, I got a robot to do that. Your job's going away. Bye-bye.
You got self-scan now, so don't need regular.
They don't need checkers because it's all self-scan. I mean, it can all be self-scan. All they need is people to watch over the stuff. So you're going to end up going in Walmart here in like 5 years, and there's going to be no employees. They're getting robots to start doing inventory in the stores. They're getting robots to stock. I mean, what else are they going to do? Really, it's really sad. And I mean, yeah, I can do coding and stuff like that, and it could get me work, but I mean, not everybody in the world, not the whole world, but the United States, I'll say, knows how to code. Not everybody knows how to write software for these robots that are doing this stuff. You know, and yeah, they are. You mean dirty as in business-wise, or dirty as in just dirty? Because you'd be surprised about some of the people that go into Walmart around here. I mean, you want to go in our Walmart, I mean, you're going to go in for a nice little show. Okay, so I think my oil is heated up enough. And I'm just going to, yeah. You want to hear that sizzle when you put them in, because you know it's going to be hot. I do apologize, guys. Well, ours isn't really bad either.
It's not the greatest though.
But it's not the greatest. I mean, I've seen nicer Dollar Generals. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this little cigarette while I let those cook for just a few. And then I'm gonna take you guys over here and actually show you how I'm gonna do these steaks.
Fine.
A lot of people would say don't put that many potatoes in at one time, but if you're stirring them, they're all gonna brown up and cook evenly. And what I'm doing is I'm not putting a lid on them or anything, which it would help speed up the cooking process, but you want that water to evaporate out of the potatoes. So this pan seems to conduct heat very well, which I really like. This is the first time I've used these, so I'm really giving them a test run.
Because they're made out of copper. They're the copper ones, not the steel.
Yeah,
They're the copper
yeah,
and
it has
copper.
a copper and titanium layer in them, which really conducts heat really well.
I loved them when I used them. That's why I got Mom a pair. They were really good. If I had known about them before we bought our car, I would have bought them.
Yeah. So, hold on just a second. I'm going to stop the video for a second. I mean, I'm not going to stop the video, but I'm going to change my connection to my camera. That way I can bring you guys over here and give you a really good look as to how I cook these steaks.